Hello, in this lecture we are going to be talking about CloudTrail. My definition of CloudTrail is the service you use to monitor what the users in your account are doing. So let's look at our account. I'm going to go to IAM and I have 4 users currently in my account. If I want to monitor what these users are doing in my account, then CloudTrail is the service that I'm going to use. That's pretty much what CloudTrail is used for. Let's look at this image to see how CloudTrail works. You have your users, which represents the users in my account. And these are the 3 ways you can interact with AWS service. One is through the Management Console, which is when we log in the same way we log in with our user and password. The second way is through the command line. And that is when you use the command line on your computer to access service in AWS. We are going to be covering this later on. And the third way is through the SDKs, which stands for Software Development Kit. And this is when you use softwares like Python to interact with AWS. So you have your user using the Management Console to create some type of resource in AWS. And CloudTrail is recording what the user is doing. It will store it in a log file. And it is going to put that log file into a S3 bucket. And that is what we are going to be doing in this lecture. We are going to create an S3 bucket for CloudTrail to store all the log files in. And let's see how we can do that. So let's go to the Management Console. In our Management Console, I'm going to come to Service. And I'm going to come under Management and Governance, select CloudTrail. When we open our AWS account, CloudTrail is enabled in our account by default. And you can see the events right here. These are the events of things I've done. So I have my event time, the users that I'm using to do it, what I did, and the type of resource I was interacting with, right? And if we want to see more of this event, we can come to Event History. And you will see all the events of things that I've been doing in this account since I opened it. When CloudTrail is enabled in your account by default, these events are only stored for up to 90 days. And you can see it mentions that over here. If you want events to last more than 90 days, that's when you have to create a new trail. And that's what we are doing. So to create a new trail, we'll come to Create Trail over here, or you can click down here under Trails and click Create Trails. We are going to give our trail a name. And I'm going to call my AWS Nodes trail. And we want to apply the trails to all regions. And what this means is, look, currently we are in the North Virginia region. If we select no, that means we are only telling CloudTrail to monitor the activities in the North Virginia region. But if we want to apply to all the regions, which is all this region, then we'll select yes for that. We'll leave that as yes. And under management events, yes, we want to manage all. And we also want to manage KMS events. Under the insights, we'll leave that as no. Under data events, that is just specifically saying that when you create an S3 bucket and you start to put things in it, it would monitor the activities going on in your bucket. For that, we are not going to set that up. So down here under storage location, that is where you define where you want to store your logs. So you can see we have created a new S3 bucket. We'll select yes, and we'll just create our bucket name. I'm going to create a name for my bucket, but remember, don't use the same name I'm using because AWS bucket name has to be unique across all accounts. So just create a name for your bucket. I'm going to call mine AWS Nodes Trail. And once you've entered your bucket name, come down here and click create. And now we have created our trail. You can see the trail here. This is our trail name. And it is a multi-region trail. And this is the bucket where our logs are going to be stored. If I click on that bucket, it is going to take me to the S3 bucket. And currently there is nothing in it. So let's go back to IAM, for example, and let's do something. We are going to create a new user. So I'm going to come to users. I'm going to create a user and just give him any name. I'll call him John, and I'm going to give him AWS Management Console access. I'm just going to leave all this as default. Click permissions, tag. I'm just going to leave everything as default. I'm just doing something so CloudTrail can record that we just did this in our account. It's just a way for us to test that our CloudTrail is working. So I'm going to close that. So now let's go back to the S3 bucket. I'll select S3 and I will select the bucket for my trail and select AWS logs. And please note how this is going. As you click on this bucket, look up here, you will see how this is structured. So this is your account number. I'll select that and it has created two files. The one you want is the CloudTrail file. I'll click on that. And if you give your CloudTrail a couple of minutes, it is going to create a folder for the trails in all the regions. So these folders you are seeing are the folders for all this region. So anytime you need to investigate what anyone is doing in any of the regions, you will specifically go into that region and look at the logs. For our user John, we were using US East 1. So I'll select that folder. The year is 2020. And I'll select the 6th, which is the date. You can see the 6th is the month and the 30th is the day. So these are the log CloudTrail I've generated since I created that trail. And if I click any of this trail and click open, you can see all the logs here. And don't worry about knowing how to read this. Usually what they do is they will import this log into softwares like Splunk. So it will make it more user friendly where you can actually interpret the data. So that is how CloudTrail works. Remember, if you want to know what the users in your account are doing, CloudTrail is the service you use. And thank you guys. I hope I've been able to explain everything in a clear manner. And if not, please leave a comment and I'll do my best to respond. Thank you and I'll see you in the next lecture. Bye.